And we'll say it live on the air, though. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Best of luck in LSU. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be, y'all. Hope you have lisinopril handy. But that's not what I wanted to say before I leave. I wanted to say, speaking of Rocky Top, if y'all. And we'll say it live on the air, though. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. And we'll say it live on the air, though. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Best of luck in LSU. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be, y'all. Hope you have lisinopril handy. But that's not what I wanted to say before I leave. I wanted to say, speaking of Rocky Top, if y'all beat Bama, I will come on somebody's show live and sing that fucking song. So have the lyrics ready to go. Because if you pull that off, I will sing that song live on the air. And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, we've been waiting, gentlemen.
Oh, it's time.
And the day has arrived.
Good
He's gonna
evening,
sing
ladies and
fucking
gentlemen.
song.
It is 9 p.m. on the eastern side of the country. It is time for the Very Orange live stream. I am your co-host, the super genius Wiley,
Young Brandon.
with my favorite sidekick, young Brandon, and this yin yang down at the bottom wearing red and black claims to be extremely qualified and unbiased.
Well, true. Nice mug, huh? Nice mug.
Yeah.
Hey, I see your mug.
About as ugly as yours, yeah. But
so, all the folks out there watching, here's a little Ducati rendition of the greatest song on earth.
Well, wish that I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bills. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee.
what the fuck was that?
Good God.
Oh, it was bad. It was nothing to be proud of.
I don't know what he got for that, but it should be life.
There's our StreamYard. You feel like joining us?
Please come on.
Go to that
Join
link.
us. StreamYard on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe. We need subscribers right now. We are at an important stage in our growth at Field of Streams, and we need as many subscribers as we can possibly get.
Love me.
Yes.
Say that you love me. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.
So the
We're
first
all over the
time
place.
in the storied rivalry of the Tennessee Volunteers and the Georgia Bulldogies, it's now a number one.
And
We'll say number one through versus number two. Fuck Ohio State. Really, sideways. Can't believe y'all conned Robin the come. He was in the damn stream before I was conning my ass. He showed up.
This man came to partay.
Yes. Conned Robin in the coming on. He wanted to know what time we started. He was here. Like I said, he was on time. I was the one that was late.
Hey, early time on time is late.
Yeah.
Before we get to the game of the century and discussing that, let's talk about some pussies from the great state of Kentucky, shall we?
Well, as the ghost of John Ward said on the Hedges show the other night, the Vols painted the walls of Neyland Stadium with the Kentucky Wildcats' blood. It was brutal. It was vicious. and every single solitary second of it was glorious.
Now, Robin, good sir, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
This is going somewhere. What do they say? Right now you're the all-knowing bulldog expert, as far as I'm concerned, because you're the only bulldog on here right now.
Had the balls to show up.
Who had the balls to show up?
Well, I mean, after last year's show, I had to make a reappearance. So, you
know. That was a great game we went to, by the way. We lost our ass, but I still enjoyed it.
It was a moral victory.
It was a moral victory. Not the point I was getting to, though.
Before we move forward, same bet. Now, I ain't saying nobody's my daddy, but I will sing. The same bet.
Yeah, you don't have to do the daddy this year.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you're going to discuss a bet, you might as well get into the details while we're on.
So the running bet for the past several years is the winner has to sing the loser's fight song. Well, unfortunately for Robin, he has to sing Rocky Top, which technically isn't the
fight song.
But nobody knows the words to Down the Field anyway.
But you say Glory to Georgia, and that's not the fight song either. It's Hail to Georgia. So, details. It's fine.
But nobody knows the words to Down the Field anyway, so Rocky Tops is as good as anything.
I can always learn them.
Anywho, this concerns Kentucky. The pussies from up north. What do they say about a bulldog mouth and a puppy dog ass?
I don't know, but
Oh, I know. Surely you've heard this.
I've heard a hummingbird mouth, an alligator mouth, and a hummingbird ass.
Well, I've heard bulldog.
No clue.
We'll mail you the check.
I thought that was the punchline. What the heck?
I had no idea.
Thank you, person.
I'm gonna get us back on the rails, though.
I don't think that's the punchline, but okay.
The saying goes something like this: "Don't let your bulldog mouth run that puppy dog ass." Are you familiar with what Mr. Levis said before he played the mighty Tennessee Vols?
I'm sure he said many things.
Well, yeah, try not to pay the Kentucky people, but
One quote he's attributed with is he said he was going to find those goalposts in the river and shove them up our asses.
Well, it's a good thing.
This is before we went to town on that.
Before we held him to 92 yards passing and picked him off 3 times.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing to mark him
on
Google so he could find them. So that was
they
nice.
They did mark him. Go Georgia, beat Tennessee this coming Saturday afternoon, but we'll see. Well, sir,
that's a little wishy-washy. Appreciate the comment, but
we like some punctuation in our statements. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Don't be a grammar asshole.
Good God,
motherfucker.
Jeez.
Don't be a grammar nerd on live stream.
Oh.
But thanks for the comment anyway. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. Question mark.
But I thought the defense definitely showed up in a way that we hadn't seen before. It was really nice to see, and hopefully it's coming together at the right time, because if we don't figure out how to get a collar on 19, it's gonna be a tough road to hoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Steptoe Baggins does not worry me. Okay, he really doesn't. It's
Well,
you know
if you watched,
it's Agent Zero and number 19
yeah,
that
Mhm.
worry me. It's the tight ends and
and then Dijon
our
face.
ability to cover them.
Yeah. Um, back to Kentucky, sir.
Okay.
Because I'm going to revel in beating that ass. They painted our rock blue. They came in and painted our rock blue.
Before or after the game? Because I have a story like that.
But before the game, but go ahead with your story. Go ahead with your story.
Oh, okay. Well, so I work at Commerce High School in Georgia, and one of our biggest rivals is right up the road, 441, Banks County. And we played them, and our girl field goal kicker kicked the winning field goal, blah, blah, blah. Everything's great. We won like 30 years in a row over 19 games or something like that. They haven't won since, Bush 1 was in office or something like that. So we all get back home and everything. And I went up the next morning for something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's right. Let's pick up my team. That's right. And I got word that the Banks County people, after the game, after we beat them, painted our gold rock in the student parking lot blue. After we beat them. It's
just,
yeah. Schools up there as great as us, I guess, but yeah.
When you've got nothing else left, paint their rock another color.
Exactly.
It's kind of like us spray painting the hedges orange after it's all over on Saturday.
Yeah, good luck getting cans in. Well, better still, good luck getting out alive. We won't mind you taking a piece of the hedge because we know they might get ripped up. You bring that paint out, shit. Every damn jurisdiction in the state, including the Clark County School Police Department, will have your ass tackled on the floor in front of those hedges. That's the closest you'll get to them. But please try.
Anywho, anything else about Kentucky, Brandon?
Yeah. I've seen. It's like every team we face, it's full of sore losers. Bama, LSU, you name it.
Kentucky
right there with
got
him.
that ass whooped. What they got to be sore about other just from the rigors of the beating they got. It wasn't. It wasn't even close. Once that field goal got blocked, as Paul Feinbaum said, it was all downhill. The game was over basically at that point for Kentucky.
So I was busy in New York with was it 2 field goals or a touchdown and a missed point or?
No,
it was a touchdown and a missed point.
And a blocked extra point.
Okay.
Yeah.
We blocked it, and they didn't sniff. Well, the closest they came was on their drive in the second quarter when we got our first pick.
That interception
when Danico Slaughter absolutely knocked their receiver's string loose. He knocked the shit out of him. Just a quick out and just bam, he was right there on top of it, and the ball came out and Joanne Mitchell caught it.
Out.
Exactly. It was
Loved it.
really pretty. That's a new weapon we got there. Putting Danico Slaughter in there at an extra cornerback or the extra DB. He got in there and laid some wood. That's a guy with really good size, really big good size, who's normally a safety in there at corner, and it worked really well. I think we'll see a lot more of that come Saturday.
Yeah, and I'm, for one, really grateful that McCullough's back out there.
Yeah, it's good. He played a lot of
more than just his
presence.
play. Yeah,
his presence back there is really reassuring to the rest of the guys out there. Brandon Turnage back out there had a good game. You know, Slaughter had his hit and his pick. Really nice interception in the third quarter, which I thought was kind of funny because Levis was absolutely convinced he didn't catch that ball, and it was absolutely obvious that he did. I mean,
that was
wasn't,
hilarious.
Yeah, he's like, we're going back out there. We're going
back out there.
And the rest are like, that's what we think about you coming back out here, kid.
Yeah.
But it was the stats. The passing yards that he got were just shocking. 92 yards. That was, I mean, and we
but
did
remember, we don't have a defense.
No, our defense is hot garbage, according to Uncle Lou. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did enough with Chris Rodriguez to keep a. I mean, he did have their one score, but we held.
He didn't have a second score.
He didn't have a second score, and we held him 2 yards under his rushing average. So, our D line has been consistently good all year. It really has. I mean, we've been good against the run.
Well, and like we were discussing last week, we're not good at stopping the run because we're bad at stopping the pass. We've just been good at it.
Yeah.
It's not like,
you still got.
Let's compare this to that. It's, they can stop the run.
Well, you still got a linebacking core that's still, operates under Brian Jean Marie. The linebackers coach has said, we operate under a run first philosophy. We're not going to, that's what we always look for first. Run first, pass second, which is a pretty fundamentally sound defensive philosophy. The thing we've got to be really cognizant of is passes over the middle.
Yeah.
To those tight ends, because that's what's going to be. We're going to see a lot of quick slants. We're going to see a lot of drag routes. And
those flats across the middle.
Wheel routes. I mean, that's just what we got to look out for, because, I mean, while Bowers isn't, say, a deep threat like, say, a Kyle Pitts was, he can do it. He could, but he's definitely over the middle, that 7 to 9 yard range. The guy's a demon. He's deadly.
Well, big O out there.
Yep. I just call him Agent Zero. I don't even remember saying to call him Agent Zero.
I don't either.
That's what the team calls him. They call me Agent Zero.
The massive human being that moves his way down the field. He's not even that great of a catch. But if he gets his hands on the ball, how you bring somebody that big down? It's not something pretty to deal with.
And here's the other question: if we do get a pass rush on 13, which I think we'll be able to do, especially up front, are they going to have to keep one of those guys in the block? And how much is that going to work against?
That is an excellent point.
Their game plan, because Bauer, as good a receiver as Bowers is, he's every bit as good a blocker.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been
if you've got him down there,
talk about his fact is he's just a beast when it comes to pass blocking and rumble and on the perimeter.
I'd personally rather deal with him blocking us than
being out there as a receiver.
Yeah. Where y'all at? Some comments, some concerns,
queries, posers.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw this. I was on the around the trees, up the corner from the bushes, whatever they call their show, the other night. And I got asked a question, and I really didn't get to answer it. So I kind of pick up from there. What I thought our game plan should be, and I'll open this up to you guys as well. But ultimately, I think for Tennessee to win, they're gonna have to make it to where Noodle Arm is in control of the game. They're gonna have to make them pass the ball.
Here's kind of the way I look at it. You're going to start scheming routes and passing formations where you've got Tillman and Hyatt on the same side of the field. And the question is who you're going to focus on. That's definitely a pick your poison type of situation. If you've got Hyatt in the slot and you've got Tillman out wide, who are you going to double?
Well, I think we could have 4 guys out there.
Oh yeah. Well,
4-man set.
That's what way I would do it. I would keep Tillman and Hyatt on the same side of the formation all day. Leave Brew. Leave
Brew and Squirrel.
Yeah, or leave Brew and Keaton on the other side. And
Keaton. I forget about him all the time, but he's been playing a hell of a game.
And just say cover this.
Yeah.
And people forget we run the ball pretty damn efficiently too. I mean, we didn't have a huge amount of yards, but Wright had a good game. He had 2 really solid runs. That run in the third quarter where he basically spun off that one hit was gorgeous. And we were running over people. So it's, people forget, or fail to know. So yeah, we throw the ball over the field, but we run the ball 53% of the time.
Yeah.
It's a really balanced play sheet. And so, if as long as we can get the push up front and we can get our guys out on the second level on those, taking on linebackers and taking on those DBs, if we can still get 4 yards of rush, I think we'll be fine. I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
4 yards of rush, 4 yards of rush. I think Hook's got to still continue to make good decisions. It's going to and Stetson makes good decisions. They're both. Stetson is an excellent game manager. Hooker happens to be an exceptional game manager. In fact, I would put him.
We're about to. Speaking of a 50-50 game, we're about to have 2 Georgia and 2 Tennessee boys talking some football.
Oh hell, let's go!
Are we ready? Are we ready for this?
Oh God, am I ever?
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
Hey, he's blind.
Jerry Jones got in trouble for doing that. So
fuck Jerry Jones and everything about him. Let me tell you what's not going to get in trouble. Whoa. I got some feedback. What is this? What are y'all doing? What is this?
Do you have your razor out, sir?
Yeah.
Or other?
I think this.
Got your Benmore balls turned on?
There's like a 3-second delay now. I'm not going to be able to do that. How do we get this thing caught up? Maybe I need to log out and come back. Folks, you got to understand, man, it's Tennessee. Their technology is not caught up.
Damn, I can hear him. I don't enjoy that. Behind. Let's see if that caught him up.
Let's try this.
Boy, that was great.
Well, thank you for showing up,
Ah.
Mr. Ducati.
Refreshing. But I got a question for you, eminently
Go ahead.
qualified. What's your name?
Eminently qualified and unbiased leader.
Unbiased leader.
Unbiased leader.
So my question to you is this.
I think God's trying to tell you something, Ducati. He didn't want you. He didn't want you in tonight.
Nobody wants in on this show. The last time y'all had an unstoppable championship caliber team, we saw how that wound up. Tennessee fans like to forget that shit. You had an anomaly game against Kentucky, and you think you're going to beat the world. Our anomaly was Missouri. Now look what we're doing.
If it's an anomaly, how did we beat LSU so badly?
Hell yeah. Was that an anomaly? Was keeping them out of the end zone for 3 quarters an anomaly?
Let's see if that catches him up.
Work your magic. Work your magic.
Three-second delay still going on?
Not that I can see.
Hey, cool. All right.
All right. So, Brandon, you had a question for me.
I did have a question for you, sir.
Great question.
Am I still
Seriously,
hearing
man.
that 3-second delay?
No, we can hear you fine.
I'm here.
All right. All
You're
right.
real time on our end. It's that backwards Pennsylvania shit that's causing problems.
Oh, he can't help it.
It's that Amish internet up there.
He can't help the Yoder. What are they gonna do? Get mad at me watching me online?
Tell them they need to churn faster.
All right, eminently qualified leader. Yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Say we do go for wide set. What do you think the Georgia plan would be to stop such a thing?
Malachi Starks.
Okay.
All right. I know that's 1 versus 4.
1.
I mean, just Malachi Starks in general. But you would hope that the defensive line will prevent all of that from even happening. Yes, I know we just lost
Neely.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, Nolan. And that's going to take
Nolan.
Nolan. We lost Nolan. That's going to take a big hit, but it's next man up. We've had several instances of next man up over this season for varying reasons. Last year, the Tennessee game where we were last year, whoever it was, the legal issues guy whose name I can't remember all of a sudden. It was next man up. You saw what happened. But if you're gonna try to strike deep, obviously Malachi Starks is going to be in the equation. And my God, a freshman, Jefferson High School, right up the road. I mean, I was kind of pleasantly shocked he got the start at Oregon, and then I saw why. He tore Oregon's secondary into shreds. So that's going to be one part of the equation. But hopefully, one man can't cover a field, but dang, Malachi Starks can come close.
Okay.
I see that. I see Malachi's name being said a few times.
So you think they'll have him on Hyatt all night?
Possibly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
William Barnes, I'm gonna give you a shout out, son. I don't know you. I think Dren knows you. Correct? He's the UTK Quiz Bowl.
Oh, yes.
president.
Yes. Oh, William. Yes. Gallatin High School. Represent. Yes. William Barnes.
This young man, every time I put something on Instagram or whatever, one of our polls, he votes. He likes the stuff we put out there. Sir,
Salute.
You're coming for that number one spot as far as fandom to fill the streams. There's a few of y'all out there that are like down for the cause. All right, Ducati.
Is this better? Are we still on a delay? Did you get your shit straight?
Our shit needed to be.
Your shit's gonna get pushed in, but that's not what I'm saying. I said, is your shit straight? Like you coming to Athens this weekend, you about to find out how are you going to stop the number 2 offense in the country? What magic are you going to conjure?
We ain't got to stop you. We just got to slow you down.
Well, the same could be said for us. I trust my number 4 total defense to do that to the number 1 total offense rather than I do your defense to stop mine. So what are you going to do?
People trusted Kentucky to slow us down.
I mean, the numbers are on my side. You've had an anomaly game, and it's a microcosm of your season. You've done one thing, and you think, have y'all privately used the N-word amongst each other? Have you dared to say that yet? I was saying it after week 7 last year. Have you said the word natty yet?
No.
Okay.
We take it one game at a time. So
look, we got shit to prove. I have absolutely no illusions here, that this is still a one game at a time proposition. And luckily we've got a coaching staff who've stuck to that philosophy and players who have been listening, thankfully.
Okay. So what are we doing? What is Georgia doing? We're over here playing with broomsticks.
That's not what we're saying.
I get it. Look, y'all have done nothing but everything that's been asked of you, and you should enjoy this ride. I have
fragile ego on this man.
I know.
I have an issue with the notion that Tennessee's just going to march into Athens and just sweep Georgia away effortlessly.
That's what we're saying.
I mean,
we're not saying anything of the sort.
That's the tone of your voice, and it is certainly what some of your other fans are saying. They just think like this is going to be a walk in the park. And I got news for you. I think reality comes crashing down this weekend.
Let me tell you something. I love our fans. I do. I love our fandom. We have some of the greatest fans in the world. Which I'm sure you say the same thing about Georgia fans, but some of our fans can be complete morons.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Okay. We are, look, this is
Justin Lackey.
Love the
yes,
shirt.
Sir.
Love the shirt, by the way.
And I love the shirt.
We are in a situation. Okay. First of all, we've got a new generation of fans who have never had this. Okay. This is brand new. This is brand new to them. It's like they just got laid for the first time. Okay.
Oh, I know. It's like they've been. It's like your program's been in prison for 20 years.
Yes.
Got no booty tang. You get out for 1 week. You get a shot of leg. You go crazy. That's what this is like.
We're suddenly getting more bumper than a body shop. So, and then
more
you've got
tail than a toilet seat.
Exactly. Then you've got the older generation, us, who are excited, but are still, for lack of a better analogy, we got a little bit of PTSD here.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yes. I mean, am I happy where we're at? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. My God. I mean, I said our ceiling. I thought 8 wins was it. I thought legit we would be 8-4. That we would get back. That we would get Pitt. That we get either Pitt or Florida back. Probably not both. We got both and then some. So, I mean, I'm exceedingly happy. Everything else that's happened after is gravy on top. Seriously.
2 games I was worried about this season.
Now, granted, remember the Pitt game did go to overtime.
Bama.
And Alabama beat Alabama. That's why it took that. You got it twisted. You got lucky. And everybody knows it, especially the Bama fans.
We made one more play.
We kept Alabama out of the end zone.
I know. I'm just messing with it. That was Rick Rubin. We worked out a record deal after he heard my stunning rendition of that garbage fucking Rocky Top song. I like to throw up after I sang it. I almost had to go get a
Thank you.
He likes the sound of his own voice. He'll figure it out pretty soon.
Isn't it great when I'm like the normal Georgia fan? Logical Georgia fan. That's what I'm going to become. Forget eminently qualified and unbiased. I'm going to become the logical,
normal Georgia fan.
logical Georgia fan.
Sounds like the Georgia fan.
Hell, he can't help it. He's a damn soulless ginger.
I'm serious. I just about got in my car, went to McDonald's, and got a McRib. That's the only thing could have got that taste out of my mouth. I was feeling incestuous after that Rocky Top horse shit. But I did it.
You're going to hear Rocky Top all this weekend.
I don't think so, baby. And now listen, the biggest question, the stats don't back up what anybody is saying but me. Okay, the numbers and the facts are on my side. My biggest curiosity is what excuse, what robbery story are y'all going to conjure up like you do every time you get beat when you get your ass handed to you by your real daddy? What's it going to be? Are you going to claim the refs again?
We need to roll back some tape here because we didn't.
I don't sit there and do that shit.
We didn't sit there and say a fucking word to anybody.
Well, I'll snapshot the chat as things go down. Bad call here, terrible call there. Oh, we got robbed. His knee was here. His knee was there. The excuses I heard coming out of the Tennessee fan base when you got your ass whooped by Purdue were the stuff of legend. The stuff of legend.
Now, that Purdue game was bullshit, and he scored that touchdown, and you know what?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. He did. I totally agree with you. Ray Charles could see that. And he's dead.
Dead and blind.
You blew the joke, Brandon.
Yeah.
The dead part, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I understood. I got you.
I know Georgia humor is a little more highbrow for you, Tennessee.
Oh, finally, he's come to life. Yes, it is. It is a little more highbrow. Ball's been running wild.
Not that I don't come to life. I'm just a little
change this week. All right.
Well,
let me answer this. All right, so some real talk. I'm gonna stop shit talking for a second. I don't think it will stop. I honestly think either team could win this game. The narrative is Georgia's got no offense. We sit quietly at number 2 in total offense, 6th in scoring offense. This ain't Iowa you're about to play, okay? We can move the ball. We got weapons.
Man coming at you there, Ducati.
Well, that's fine. It's not who you play. It's how you play who you play. The anomaly for us was Missouri. The anomaly for you was Kentucky. That's the first time you've ever stopped a bloody nose. How are you going to slow down all those weapons? You can ask the same question of us. We're very young. Remember, this was supposed to be the year that after that historic draft class, Georgia was supposed to take 3-4 steps back and not even be in this position. Now, not many, but some said, oh, by the time they get to this point of the season, they're going to have 2 losses. Georgia's no way Georgia can keep up. And yet, here we are. So both programs, if you think about it, you guys big picture, us just for this season, are ahead of schedule from what a lot of folks thought we were going to be. I think both teams have a chance to win this game. I will concede this. If this does become a duel between Hendon Hooker and Stetson Bennett, that's a win for Tennessee. Done. Sorry. You have the better quarterback. I just don't think you have the better team. I don't think you have the better coaches at this point. If this were in Knoxville, if this were in Neyland Stadium, my fingernails would be gone. But I think we've got enough depth. We're 3 deep at every position. I'm not saying they're all going to the NFL, but every one of them's going to get a look. Y'all can't say that, and you're in our house. It's going to start to add up. I just think I'm not saying, listen, you still got a chance for a successful season after this loss you're about to take, but I think reality crashes down.
That brings me around to a question I have of you. And we touched on it when I was around the shrubs. This idea that we're playing with free money. What do you think about that, Dren?
I mean, I have a hard time understanding what that analogy means anyway. But I will say
Well,
that.
I'll kind of step forth, and we're number one in this college football ranking, right? So, say these hound doggies do manage to stop our offense and keep us from scoring, and they beat us. That puts us in a damn awkward, like, where are they going to place us? To me, we'd still be in the top 5.
Yeah, I don't think we drop any lower than 5.
That's kind of the gist of the free money analogy.
Bama moves up, and then come SEC championship game, we become the biggest Georgia fans in the world.
We got room.
Yeah.
Do you?
Because Georgia wins.
And you guys went out, and we beat
guys went
Bama.
out.
Then we're both one-loss teams. Now we've got an all SEC East, possibly playoff.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess you would be.
That's entirely possible. So it's not a game. It's not a season ender if we don't pull this out. I mean, let's say we drop a close one in Athens, and then we run the table, and then Georgia gets past, and Georgia gets past Bama in the SEC championship game.
Stephen Lumley, I like the way you think, sir.
That puts Georgia. That puts a 2-loss Alabama in the Sugar Bowl, and then
means that either scenario leaves Tennessee in a good position to still make the playoffs.
I mean,
he knows the statistics are Georgia stops the run better than Tennessee.
Not by a lot.
Hell,
I mean,
but more.
We're ninth, and you guys are what?
I mean, the gulf between that is larger than the gulf between our offenses. That's the biggest stick in my craw. People think like Georgia it's going to be 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I'm telling you, Michigan thought the same thing.
That's not what we think.
And that's not what's going to happen, folks. I know y'all got this juggernaut.
Barbara, what kind of shine are you drinking tonight, dear?
Barbara, I'm sure you're a nice lady, and I'm sure your husband, who is your cousin, is a nice man.
If that happens, I want you to come on this show and talk to us, baby.
Wow.
You need to put that bottle down. If you win, it ain't gonna look like that.
First, she said,
that cherry. You must be hitting the cherry awful damn hard tonight to think it's gonna be that.
Hey.
Oof.
With all
May I interject something?
Oh, go ahead and
feel free.
Yeah, thank you. I've been waiting for the man from the state of delirium to be quiet for a moment. Number one, how soon as a Georgia fan, you're talking anomalies? Kent State? How do you forget the Kent State game? That was the biggest damn anomaly of the whole season. Forget Missouri. We always play to Missouri's level weirdly in Como. It's just the weirdest damn thing Georgia does. So no, Missouri really wasn't the anomaly. It was Kent freaking State. Okay. Point number 2, to the person who asked, well, who did Georgia play? That doesn't matter. Oregon is the only undefeated team left in the Pac-12. Now, granted, that is the only ranked win we've got in the season, and Tennessee has 4, which is why they are number 1, and I totally accept that. But yeah, we had some problems. We've had some anomaly games. I really don't think LSU was an anomaly.
5.
Oh, was it 5? I literally said corrected. Thank you. It won't be
Florida,
6. Promise.
LSU.
It won't be 6 this weekend. I can tell you that.
Gonna be
Alabama,
six.
It won't be 6. All right, 5's a nice number. 5's a nice round number. But yeah, Kent State was the frickin'est anomaly I've ever seen in my life. In the third quarter of Georgia-Florida, it was a little bit of anomaly. Georgia likes to play down to the level of their opponents, and it almost bit us in the ass at Florida. Granted, 42-20, that was the closest damn 42-20 game I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I yield the floor.
That was a bad 10 minutes, 8, 9, 10 minutes. Now I'll say
it was like 2 minutes, bro.
It was about 8 or 9. I mean, that was Florida went on a run there because we gifted turnover after turnover. Listen, we do that against this team. The thing about Tennessee is they're scoring touchdowns quick. We bog down and start. If we become field goal university again, yeah, it's gonna be a long day. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Talent quotient is there, there's too much of a gulf. I don't see it. I think by the fourth quarter, your defense will become scarecrows.
I think it's going to be whoever has the ball at the end loses, like LSU 2013.
If this were last year, you could say that scarecrow shit all you wanted to.
It ain't happened yet. It ain't happened yet.
It's been 8 games. It ain't happened yet.
If shit like that was gonna happen, it would have happened against Bama. It didn't happen.
Listen, I mean, 130 yards they give you in penalties. There's 7 points. Deduct that from the score, you lose. Bye. When's the last time you saw that? When's the last time Will Reichard misses a field goal that statistically he's about 98% on making? When's the last time does that happen? Tell me. Bring it up. I'm telling you, you got a gift.
Well, we did hit the remote at the right time to change the width on those goalposts, didn't we, Brandon?
Yeah. It was a damn fine job there, sir. We did a Wonder Twin activate, and that goalpost just got bigger up there.
Not like what 25 some odd years ago.
I mean,
yeah, and they had that feature, so yeah.
So you rotate 12 guys on the. Yeah, we have emptied our benches down to the fans every game.
I'm waiting for the Susans.
I ain't played nobody.
Don't need to when you're playing third and fourth stringers. It's not who you play; it's how you play them. Aside from those, that little when we were sleepwalking, Kent State, Missouri.
Hey fans, hey commenters, I love it.
Everybody's forgetting. Everybody's forgetting Oregon.
Honestly, just from a comment standpoint, this is the best night we've had. By far. So we really appreciate.
Sometimes it's like one guy commenting. Yes. It's been several people, and
or the random drunk Bama fans.
These hillbillies have come here tonight to get the truth. Once they saw my face grace the screen, you're welcome.
On behalf of the alumni of the University of Georgia, of which I am one twice, yeah.
All right. Damn, we're 47 minutes in. It has flown by this evening. Let's make some picks.
That's called a segue, ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all can comment on the picks if you want to. I made picks on Tuesday night with Senor Ducati, and
are they the same? Are they the same games?
Yeah, same games.
All right, I've already made mine. I won't hold it up. I'll let y'all get to that. Dogs by 17. It's our world. You ain't gotta like it, but you damn sure better learn to love it. That's what we are. The best thing going today, baby. Go Dogs!
Them tears are gonna be sweet once we beat that ass.
Bye, Felicia. Again, on behalf of the University of Georgia.
That's the soundbite. That's the soundbite for the rest of the year.
Which one?
The Dogs by 17. We've already had Gators by 17.
No matter what happens, Gators by 14. Okay.
Whoa. Okay, I promise you, there's not like a going on.
Are you trying to give our audience some kind of stroke?
Seizure, man.
It's if it's that light bulb above my head when it turns on looks like I have a halo, so it's the lamp above me. But yeah.
Oh, one more comment.
Still thinks it's Halloween.
I'm loving the comments.
I think we'll hang 20. Who's we? Kimasabi?
Oh,
you guys?
You bore me, Mitch, all day.
No, this
bore me.
Gotcha.
This guy. And that shit's been redeemed.
25% of your games, Kent State and Missouri. 25% of your bad. 7.5 games a C, and didn't really play anyone to call home about.
Hey, C's get degrees.
You know, if a Georgia Tech grad was watching this, they'd be all in the comments.
Yeah.
Justin Lackey. I'm loving it, man. You can come on and talk if you want to. We're scrolling across the bottom right now.
Oh, it's 50
go
minutes
to that
in.
link. Okay, let's see some banners. I gotta hide his comment before I do that.
It's some of us at the school night.
Yeah.
Not only has this show flown by so fast, but by God, this week has flown by. I love it.
It has flown by. It's been a fast week.
Part of it is anticipation for Saturday, to be honest with you. We don't have a football game tomorrow, so it's like normally bye weeks creep by, but this has just flown. So
Commerce not make the playoffs?
There's only 4 teams in the region, so we're in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
We're the 3 seed.
Okay.
It's the last week of the regular season, so we got the bye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a bye week at the end of the year, so that's awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, no, we're in. We'll either go to Darlington or Tryon, and it's probably going to be Tryon. The night before I host a 35-team tournament. Yeah. Not looking forward to that. Anywho's.
Oh, there's their games. Okay.
Is
freaking me out. In no particular order, although I'm going to obviously leave Tennessee, Georgia for last. We got the mighty ass kicked and handed to them, and we broke them. Even Ducati said that anomaly bullshit. He, during the game, said, I think y'all broke Kentucky.
Well, we broke them last year, so there you go.
It's going to be really interesting to see just how pissed off Will Levis is when he walks on the field in Como. And how hyped Missouri is after embarrassing the Roosters.
Pathetic.
I'm going to go with the hot hand here. I'm going to say Missouri is going to take this one at home and be feeling really good when they walk into Knoxville on the 12th. I'm going to take Missouri plus the 2.
Missouri.
I think Kentucky will bounce back nicely.
We'll see.
Oh,
it'll be 3. I mean, it's not going to be like, a blowout or anything, but I'd say somewhere in the 3 to 5 range. Kentucky will cover, but it won't be by much.
Okay. If you don't laugh at this damn next game, you just don't understand football this year.
Is there a way they can both lose? And the Meteor, is it Kyle? Yeah, they just spent all that money on Kyle. Oh, I'd hate for the Meteor to destroy it.
I mean, our prestigious guest, would you like to go first in this shit show?
Okay, so you got 3.5. I'm looking, ESPN has 3. Shit. It could be 30 for all I care. I don't know what the hell's going on in College Station right now. Appalachian State did something to them. Or they've done something to themselves, and finally Appalachian State exposed them or something. But yeah, I got to go with Florida. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be a comic fest. It'll be the undercard before Georgia, Tennessee, so to speak. But it's going to be like 12-10. I mean, some ungodly, godless number.
It's going to be the Iowa North Dakota game all over again.
Or LSU.
Justin,
it's
been a pleasure, sir. Same time next week.
Please come on back. We'd love to have you.
So
Love the shirt.
Subscribe.
I'll
Like
go
and subscribe.
I'll go Florida on that one.
I mean, hey,
I just
they're at Texas A&M.
I'm tired of picking on Jimbo. I really am. It's not any fun. It's not fun anymore. I mean, they're not going to fire him because if they do fire him, who the hell's going to want that job?
Well,
I mean, it's become the worst. It's become
the
the worst booster. It's become the
bucks.
worst booster situation in the country, and they're in the same fucking division as Auburn.
Worse than Auburn. I was about to say it's worse than that says a lot.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
They're in the same division of the same conference as Auburn. For God's sake. So I think this one's probably going to go to overtime, and I think A&M's probably going to win it on a touchdown.
Wow!
I'm gonna take the Aggies.
Wow!
And I'm talking
the
like
ball was on you, sir.
And I'm talking like a 26-20 game, something like that. It's you
think they're going to score that much?
Maybe.
I'm like 15-13, maybe.
Over under for those of you playing at home, 55.5. No way.
No.
Under.
Take the under on that one.
55.5.
Damn.
God. Oh man.
Just we came up the other night, and there's a couple of teams in our conference here that I don't think you can go with them the rest of the season, and A&M is one of them. The other one runs with Schmauburn. Number 6, Alabama versus LSU at LSU.
I honestly don't get this line.
That's a lot of points.
I mean, at Tuscaloosa, okay, but at Death Valley
at night.
At night.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick LSU to cover that 13.
Okay.
I could see this maybe being a 10-point game, maybe. But I even that I would kind of wince at. But this is going to be close. This is going to be closer than 13 points. This is going to be a close game up until the very end, I think.
I can see that.
And I think Bama will figure out a way to pull it out. But I don't see 13. I don't see 13 points.
I think I went with LSU. I know I hope LSU wins this and gives Bama its second loss of the season. It being LSU, it just makes us look even better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Robin.
Okay. You thought 55.5 was crazy. This is 56.5.
This one's more likely for the over.
That's what I was about to say. I can at least see them scoring.
This one. I could see them hitting the over on this one
if it's done right. Again, can we have meteor? Nick Saban taken out. Keep everyone else alive, but just
God aimed a tornado at him and it didn't work. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have been to a semi-night game in Baton Rouge a long time ago.
We're in a
Did
red
it smell
coat,
like
probably.
corn dogs?
No, I actually was not in the band, Dren. I was wearing a black shirt. No, I don't remember corn dogs, but it was 2009. I think it was, 2009. And we just dismantled them. It was like 52-13 or something like that. But anyway, so I know there's also sorts of weird voodoo juju down on the bayou next to the river. Bama wins, but I think LSU would cover, and it'll be like 10. They'll flirt with the spread, but it'll be something like 10.
Okay, so ultimately LSU, but you think Bama will win?
Bama wins, but it's not going to be by 13.
You don't think they'll cover the spread? Gotcha.
10 or 12. Like I said, they'll flirt. They'll get close, but they won't. Yeah.
Oh, another jewel. The Late Show.
Auburn's got a football team? Wow.
Something that at least kind of resembles one.
Of Cadillac.
Oh, yeah.
Of Cadillac. I even have a hard time giving Mississippi State 13 points in this game.
They did. I mean, the wheels are falling off there too.
I'm gonna. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm gonna pick Auburn to cover the 13. I don't think they'll win. I'm gonna pick them to cover the 13.
Oh,
they're gonna be fired up to be paying for Cadillac, and it's gonna last for about 3.5 quarters, and then reality is gonna set back.
I think, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Not unheard of. Mikey, that one's for you. You watching out there. That man wants Cadillac Williams to be the head coach.
Yeah.
If he manages to beat Alabama, it might happen.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. When they fired Harston, I said, watch Auburn beat Bama.
That would be the most Auburn thing ever.
Exactly.
Ever.
I just don't know how much of a turnaround Cadillac's going to have in 6 days. I can almost see this. I can almost see this at 13 or 14.
Can you?
Yeah. It's just I just don't see Auburn able to congeal under. I mean, Cadillac's going to do okay for his interimship and all that. I just don't see it being in a 6-day turnaround.
Yeah.
They've already had players. I think they've already had a couple players go into the portal. They're having to reorganize everything. Nah, I will take the Cowbells.
Okay. And finally, number one in your heart, but also number one according to the college poll. The University of Tennessee versus those sloppy mouth son of a bitch Bulldogs down in Georgia. No offense, sir. I really don't. I don't get all too fired up about football games and people saying shit. I'm like, whatever. Let's see where the game, how that unfolds. All right. Honored guest.
When I saw y'all were number one, I wasn't mad. I wasn't shocked. I mean, logically, you've got more ranked wins over us. You know, I mean, we've already hashed all of that. AP still has us at number one, which is, I think, the first time ever where
one cares.
An AP one and a college football playoff one are actually meeting each other, because usually they're consistent. So that's kind of an anomaly. I think that's the secret word today, right? Does a duck come out? Pee-wee said, yeah, y'all should just come up with like a secret word that only the viewer can see. And if it pops up, you go crazy. Tonight was anomaly. But anyway, so, I mean, I could totally see why they think you're number one. I totally get that. And this entire week, I haven't even really been thinking about this game. I really haven't. and I live 3 miles from the stadium.
Yeah.
And I haven't even thought about the prices, which are just ridiculous, but that's capitalism for you. And we've crunched all the numbers, and I mean, you know, Tennessee's averaging 50 a game, we're averaging 42, but we give up 11. You've given up 21. Okay. So obviously you do have some semblance of a defense. Let's be real, right? I see Georgia winning. And I'm seeing it like LSU in 2013. Mettenberger versus Murray. College game day was here. We begged Corso not to pick Georgia, so he didn't. He picked LSU. Those days, I believe, are now over. Well, you know, assuming Lee Corso is in Athens, hope he's well. But Georgia wins. The team with the ball last loses. That's how LSU was in 2013. But I think it's going to be kind of like Bama. It's going to be kind of a little back and forth, all sorts of weirdness and trickeration. And, you know, maybe our defense will actually finally run a pick six or a scoop and score or something. We'll see. And I know last year I conjured up an old score and I was only 3 points off.
I remember that.
Yeah. 41-14. It was 41-17. I will say you cover. Georgia 42, Tennessee 38.
So I'm going to do what I did to Mitch.
Okay.
And tell you this. We pick against the spread, sir. So ultimately, you're picking which team?
Georgia wins. Eight. When it originally came out, it was 9, and I was thinking that's a little.
It was 12 before the Kentucky game.
When I saw it, it was 12. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when it was 15. I'm like, I don't know, because when things start. When things start, I already said
it, Robin.
Say it again. Georgia wins. Tennessee.
Say the name of the team.
Final answer. Ding dong dong. Yes.
Say the team that I'm writing down for you.
Georgia wins. Tennessee covers. I mean, it's bad enough I got 2 bets going on right now. God knows what. Well, Franklin, I just buy dinner, but yeah.
Say it.
For those.
Georgia wins. Tennessee covers.
Tennessee is the name I'm writing down for you.
Put an asterisk next to it. Georgia wins. Tennessee covers.
If Georgia doesn't win by 8.5, you're actually picking. Who's he actually picking, Dren? Tennessee. Ha.
Georgia, Beert Gavinin. Tennessee will cover.
All right, I got you.
My German saying that, but whatever.
For those,
it's going to be 7. It'll be by 7.
Heinz sprechen Sie Deutsch. Go ahead, Dren.
For those out in the world, not in this room, virtual room, right now, who could hear the sound of my voice, I just want to say, continue to doubt us. Continue to say that what we've done is an anomaly. Doubt us. Do it at your peril. Because while the majority of our fandom is losing their shit over this, and they have a right to, our players are taking this deadly serious.
So are we.
Tennessee covers.
They drink their Milos as
the man of the South.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee covers. Tennessee wins 45-42.
Ooh.
It's going to be close.
Attaboy, Adrian. Attaboy.
Well, he's from there, by God. Come on. Georgia wins, Tennessee covers.
Do you have some impression that I am in Hawaii?
What?
No, you said he's from there. And I said, do you have the impression that I'm in Hawaii? I'm actually kind of geographically in between you two. Knoxville, Chattanooga, Athens.
You want to go that route? Yeah. You could be in
Shaw.
Franklin,
Yeah.
North. Yeah. Details. Yeah, details.
All right. Picks are over with.
And we've broken the hour mark, so it's time for the good, the bad, and the double bag.
The good, the bad, and the double bag. Let's see how this goes. Ah, yes, there it is.
Soon to be tops in the race for the Blitnikoff. He's second to some yin yang from the Pac-12. I think he plays for Washington. But he's about to be number one with a bullet.
Here's
the pride of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Here's my outlook for Mr. Hyatt, who wasn't supposed to be our star receiver this year.
Oh, no.
He's just a junior. That's another question. Well, Hendon Hooker's graduating. We're going to find ourselves with Joe Milton next year. And he's pretty damn good.
Maybe
Nico. Nico's is damn good. I've followed him. This gentleman will be a senior next year. Let's discuss something. He's got 14 touchdowns, beating out one Cedric Wilson. Remember Ceddy? I remember Ceddy.
Memphis Melrose.
14 touchdowns this season. My prop bet would be an over-under of 20 touchdowns this season, and I'm going to take the over. I think this man will have approximately, calculating, I'm going to say 22 touchdowns.
I think that's probably a safe bet.
Now, anything else to say?
No, I think you pretty much said everything I would have said.
Pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. The bad, well, hopefully you saw this coming. Harsin with
What were you thinking?
2 whole seasons.
Not even
2
Not
whole,
even.
the whole 19 games.
He did not make it to the playoff announcements. So
No. Just find a nice job out west somewhere, and never come east of the Mississippi again.
That's what I'd do. I'd go coach in the Pac-12.
I mean, go get the Arizona State job.
that's what I was just saying. Yeah.
There you go. Real quick, who do you think's going to get this Auburn job?
I mean, the sexy pick is Kiffin.
Yeah.
Prime just does not.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I honestly think if Prime's going anywhere, Prime will go to Georgia Tech.
Although apparently there's rumor that Dion is getting on a plane to head to Atlanta tomorrow, and of course, Twitter and say it's not true.
Yeah.
That
was a troll account by an Auburn fan.
I figured.
And it's absolutely Dion has said Dion has said it's not true.
Yeah.
But I think if he was going to fly into Atlanta, they'd be taking him to Techwood Drive, North Avenue, that area. And I honestly think if he leaves Jackson State, he'll go to Tech, because I mean Dion in Atlanta, back in Atlanta, is an absolutely natural fit.
Yeah.
Dion on the Plains. I just,
it's hard to imagine. I think this is what is awaiting Mr. Sanders. I think he's going to stay at Jackson State. I'm sorry. Completely different schools.
Yes. And completely
different states.
Conferences.
Just minor details, folks. Minor details. I think he's going to stay where he's at until that Florida State job becomes open again.
Possibly.
And I think there may be something in the works this time. Just a guess. But my pick, who I think is the safest bet, who I think is the unimaginative, let's go to that Saban tree and look how great the things are, is Bill O'Brien.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. And it makes a lot of sense if they would do that. Like I said, it's not the most clever thing in the world. It's probably the safest pick.
Oh, Bobby Louder ain't going to like that. Bringing in a Bama boy.
I don't think he will be successful even.
Bad enough that they're winning his coach is a guy from Georgia.
And ours was from Auburn.
Yeah.
Which I have a nice little aside bet towards the end. So
dun, dun, dun.
Time for the double bagged.
Yes.
Oh, yes. You know, there used to be an old joke, the heavy duty rivalry down in Brandon's neck of the woods between Soddy Daisy High School and Red Bank. And Soddy Daisy would usually win the game on the field, but Red Bank would win the fight afterwards. This is not quite that same situation. There's going to be some players who are going to end up in jail for this. I really and truly believe that this was flat out assault.
Rightfully so. Yeah. They just and from what I understand, like if you ever see Bussin' with the Boys, one former NFL, one current, Taylor Lewin and
Lewin,
what's it? Yeah, the other guy. All apologies, just getting a little late here. They were talking about, it's okay to fight and push each other around and stuff after a game, and that's kind of makes things more exciting, this and that, which was a unique perspective because, but playing any kind of sports, I was always discouraged from such a thing.
Well, but Lawan is a scrapper. I mean, he gets into it. I mean, so
yeah,
I can definitely see him saying something like that.
Yeah. But this, that guy from Michigan was by himself. The whole team had not made its way.
That's where there's no excusing what the guys from Michigan State did, but Harbaugh's got to be asking, where the hell is the grad assistant? Where is not somebody should have been with that kid. Somebody on that end is going to be held responsible too.
Yeah.
I would definitely be like, okay, who was supposed to be watching this kid's back?
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody should have been there to say, hey, look, we're not going to act like this. We're men here. We're not little boys having
and this definitely does not look favorably on Mel Tucker either. I mean, he hasn't had the type of season this year where something like this can just be summarily dismissed.
Well, maybe it's just me, but I haven't heard jack from Mel Tucker about this.
I know. And I think, I kind of think that's purposeful. I think Michigan State's kind of been like, you ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the only thing I really heard from him, per se, is those players are suspended.
Yeah.
And that's, honestly, that's not. I don't think that's the worst play Michigan State could do. Michigan State's like. Let the process run its course, and they made their bed.
Yeah, I think some kids are looking at some jail time for sure.
Yeah,
and like I said, rightfully so. So one last thing, gentlemen.
The weird Vols item of the week.
I don't think I can share that from here.
It was part of your Facebook photo, so it should be in there somewhere.
Was it the concert shirt?
Yes.
Okay.
It was.
But yeah.
It was the Vols Rolling Stones mashup.
Yeah, which I didn't particularly like.
It is kind of what it is.
Well, it just kind of screamed.
It's far from the worst thing we've seen. I mean,
yeah, it was just like something kind of like not trademarked.
Yeah,
thrown together. Wasn't particularly impressed by it, but it's 10/24.
So, Mr. Extremely qualified and unbiased, we thank you for coming on again.
Yes, Ron.
Eminently qualified.
Genuflect when you say that.
Eminently qualified. Eminently qualified and unbiased. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. As always, you're always welcome to come on anytime you want to. Anytime you need the wisdom of the orange, feel free to come sit under the tree.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully
the birds won't shit on you.
Yeah.
But from 1998 championship drive, which hopefully will be updated the 2022 championship drive here in the next. We'll be moving up the road here in the next few months. Go Vols! Beat them dogs. Everybody stay safe on the way down there. It is Clark County is the smallest county in the state, and it's going to be overrun.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very crowded.
Yeah.
If you don't have to go out, if you don't absolutely have to go out, don't get somewhere and stay there. And most importantly, have a really good time. Go Vols.
Go Dogs.